my name is Steven. I'm a part of our professional services team here at MaintainX. I'm currently a solutions consultant within our professional services team. And basically what that means is I work closely with our sales team in helping to scope implementations for a lot of our clients. So giving our clients a good idea of what implementations look like, but also, starting that process of kind of setting them up for success within even the pre-sale process, making sure that we have the correct plan going forward for a lot of these larger implementations. And previously, just a note here, I was implementation consultant also at MaintainX for about a year before transitioning to a solutions consultant. So experience in implementing a lot of our large enterprise clients as well. Previously, before MaintainX, I was working in the aerospace industry, both in controls engineering as well as project management within that same field. So background in mechanical engineering on my end before joining MaintainX. It really helps, especially with MaintainX Academy, to have specific training based off of the roles to show them exactly how easy MaintainX can be to use. I think a lot of their apprehension when they're starting to use a CMMS, um, you know, lies with the fact that they're going to be afraid that it's going to be hard to use. And just having them to see the tool and just to interact with the tool at a very basic level, and kind of unlocks that fear of them being afraid to use a new tool and the fear that it's going to be complicated or tricky to use. So MaintainX Academy really helps them to show how easy that will be. But in addition to that, during implementation, they get some one-on-one time with their implementation specialist as well to show them the actual workflows that they're going to be accomplishing when they're using the tool. We see a lot of them want to track costs. So definitely having a means to track downtime, to track the maintenance cost. A lot of those 2 points come with how we set up and how we implement MaintainX. So it starts with setting the right categories or setting the right asset statuses for the equipment. That way they can appropriately track downtime and track maintenance costs by asset types and whatever that may be, and that's important to them. So it starts with our implementation team guiding them on how to set up those entities correctly within MaintainX. That way they can appropriately also track things like how they've been reducing their costs within a system like MaintainX. Also, another thing I'll mention is a lot of our clients want to track mean time between failures and mean time to repair. Again, that's just an improvement on their asset performance, and that maintenance maturity that they'll see within onboarding with a system like MaintainX is going to help them improve their asset performance as well. So those are just a couple things that clients can use to measure their ROI with MaintainX. And we've seen, again, a lot of them do so very successfully. But it starts with implementation and setting those things up correctly. That way they can actually measure that ROI, both short-term and long-term as well. I think we see a lot of clients worry about them not having data, or the misconception that they need to have a lot of data or equipment listed or a past system that they've used in order to start with MaintainX. I think they feel overwhelmed to think that we need to implement everything within a short amount of time, and we don't have the data currently collected. We generally like to say in implementation that you just need the critical equipment or a list of the critical equipment names to start with your implementation journey in MaintainX. That could be a short list of 10 pieces of equipment, 20 pieces of equipment, for example. And in that way, as long as we build the structure correctly, it'll give a good framework or just just kind of a good base to their data that they can continue to build upon even with our ongoing support team as well. So using that model of kind of crawling before you walk and before you run definitely helps to set some realistic expectations when it comes to implementing a CMMS. And just understanding that, MaintainX is going to be a dynamic tool that can evolve alongside their organization's processes helps them to understand that it doesn't all need to be done within a short amount of time. So I think that's the biggest common misconception is that you need to have a lot of data to start, building towards your goals within MaintainX. Whereas I would say, no, it's actually sometimes better to start fresh and to just start small and build a small sample set of data within the system. It'll help to manage all of your maintenance challenges a little bit easier sometimes that way as well. Setting those measurable goals for a successful implementation go live. And again, when we look at large multi-site implementations, it's going to be almost inevitable that some people try to run before they walk or try to do too much within a small amount of time, and in that sense, they'll get discouraged when they don't achieve those things, right? So setting those small goals of uploading X amount of pieces of equipment or just your critical assets, ensuring that the users have completed MaintainX Academy and that are set up correctly within the system, configuring or structuring their equipment in such a way that our implementation team has helped them to do so will help them to grow correctly as well. So just setting some few benchmarks will help keep an implementation on track, but also measurable when it comes to that success criteria. Analyzing trends definitely helps within the reporting module of MaintainX. Identifying those pieces of equipment that are consistently failing or that are costing them the most amount of money will help them to know what to target within their processes. Perhaps it's a specific category of work order that is leading to the most amount of time or the most amount of money. So just analyzing those trends will help them to gain more insight on their data. And again, this all starts with how they set up the system. So working with our implementation team and our team giving them advice on how to set up that system really helps them in the long term to analyze those trends in where they're spending the most time and money, right? So that's where I would say the common areas are on how they can continuously refine their processes. Also, I would mention that a lot of them tend to compare with what is the industry standards for those areas of improvement. So having good benchmarks to compare across the industry also really helps, for those CMMS insights and how they're tracking compared to other areas within the industry as well.